Hi, my name's Bruce Barr. I'm the owner and founder of Unit 304 Video Production and LinkedInProfileVideos.com. I was born and raised in Bellevue, Washington, which is just outside of Seattle, and then I lived in Napa Valley for a while, and I also lived in LA for a long time, and then I moved out to Denver in 2010. I absolutely love Denver. So anyway, when I was growing up, that's when I first got interested in video, because one of my friends up the street, he had a movie camera, and so we'd make those stupid little videos that kids do and all that kind of stuff. But it was fun, and it was a different kind of thing, and so I really got interested in video at that point. And then after I had moved to LA, I started working for a company. It was a video producer distributor, and their main market was education. However, so they had a lot of stuff on history and nature and science and that kind of thing. But my main market was actually government and nonprofit agencies. So I dealt with domestic violence shelters, rape crisis places, substance abuse facilities, those kinds of things. And so, as any good salesperson, you always follow up a couple weeks later and find out how the video had worked out for them. So I would constantly hear these stories about how the videos that I had sold had actually turned someone's life around, or actually even sometimes saved their life because they got out of a life-threatening situation. And so I really saw the power of video and how it can actually change someone's life. And so, so that's when it really started to become a passion for me. And then what happened was I got a degree in graphic design and multimedia, and part of that was video production. And then I started working for First Data, and First Data is a credit card processing company. And I was originally hired to do web design, but my manager was a sales training manager, and he found out I had experience in video production. So he was like, well, you're going to start producing sales training videos. And I was like, okay. So what I would try to do is I would try to find different kinds of ways to present the same information, whether it was using the green screen in a different way, or doing different kinds of scenarios or what have you. So I'd always try to find something different that I could do with a video. And then I moved out to Denver in 2010, and this used to be the corporate headquarters, which has been moved to Atlanta, but there's still a large headquarters kind of infrastructure out here. So the communications department and the marketing department found out that there was actually a video production guy out here now. So I would get called upon to help them with different projects and so forth. And then in August of 2012, my job was moved to Atlanta, which is where the actual world headquarters is. And so I stayed here, and I thought to myself, well, if a multi-billion-dollar company doesn't have a dedicated video production guy in-house, for their communications department, their marketing department, what about the mom and pop place down the street? So that's what I decided to focus on. And then shortly after my job was eliminated or moved, my brother called and said, my dad had passed away, and I had just ordered my camera a couple days before. So I had to sit there and think, do I return the camera and go up to Seattle with a couple extra grand in my pocket, or do I do something with it? And so I chose the latter. And so what I did was I took my camera up to Seattle, and I had the same 4 questions for everybody. And what happened was it was very cathartic for everybody, for one thing. People were able to talk about my dad and the memories of his life as opposed to focusing on his death. And then also there were memories that came out from other people that I had forgotten about. And so it was a great way for me to remember even more things about my dad, and also for everybody to, focus on the good. And so I figured, if I could do that kind of thing for other families, help other families out in that way, and make money at it, get paid for it, that's the ultimate. It really doesn't get anything better than that. And then in May of this year, 2013, LinkedIn announced that people would be able to natively add video to their LinkedIn profiles. So I thought, that's a natural extension of what I do. What I do like to do is I like to help people tell their stories, and because that's what people are going to remember, and that's how people are going to connect with you. So I decided to do that as well. And so like I said, I'm a storyteller. I also like to cook. I like baseball, football, all those kinds of things. And I also like to hike and take pictures of things that I find along the trail. I guess that's part of my dad in me. Anyway, I hope that you've learned. I thank you for watching my video, and I hope you've learned a little bit more about me. And I hope that we connect later on. So anyway, thank you for watching the video, and we'll talk to you soon.